We switch gears on the morning show and talk about the Richland Center High School baseball team, which is out and about in Missouri. Joining us is head coach Ryan Lemke. Ryan, how's the weather there today?
It's great. I'll take this. It's a little drizzly this morning. We got some rain moving in, but got mid-50s and some beautiful baseball, hopefully, weather later this evening.
Well, the nice thing is, too, it's not only a baseball trip. You're getting some other things. In fact, I think you've got kind of the academic side going on today with a tour, don't you?
Yeah, we're actually on a University of Missouri academic tour, seeing the campus, eating on campus at one of the dining halls, and we're really showing our guys what the world has to offer outside of the state of Wisconsin, and University of Missouri trip and tour today. So we are just getting underway, so I'm excited for these guys to experience this.
You saw the baseball facilities yesterday. I saw some pictures of that. Man, that looks like a pro system there.
Yeah, the facilities are top-notch. It's SEC baseball, Division I baseball, and really, just like the big leagues, they had all the bells and whistles and the whole facilities, and we got a behind-the-scenes look at the whole program. Head coach for Mizzou, Carrick Jackson, came out and spoke to our juniors and seniors, and it's about trusting the process on things and getting better every day, and it was just amazing. They really kind of rolled out the red carpet for us, and we got a great experience.
It sounds like you faced some pretty stern competition in the first two games. Is that the case?
Yeah, we're playing some big dogs down here, that's for sure. We're seeing guys that are Division I commits, both seniors and juniors, all over the place. The team we played last night, 7 of their 9 starters are committed to play college at the next, or baseball and college at the next level, and we expect that to continue today. We've got a really tough Jefferson City team later, and I guess one of their number one starting pitcher is going to be a potential first-round MLB draft pick this summer, and there were 35 pro scouts at his start on Tuesday. So a wild environment, wild teams that we're playing, but it's just going to make us better, right? If we get beat up a little bit down here, that means absolutely nothing, because then we get back to Wisconsin, and we're putting ourselves in a really good spot.
If that young man pitched on Tuesday, probably not today, but I'm guessing he plays another position on the team too.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Sounds like he's a freak athlete. He's an all-state football player, 2,000-point basketball scorer. Just one of those guys that can do it all, and I'm excited to see him and meet him. And they're all the coaches that we've interacted with for these other high school teams have been unbelievably accommodating to make sure we're getting games and we're getting reps, because we traveled all the way down here to play baseball, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Right, and I think it's been a long time coming. I know you had to raise some funds for it and everything, but I think you're going to see the benefits of this in the long run, aren't you?
Yeah, one thing we're already noticing is our team is a unit. We're all staying in an Airbnb together, and they're just, we're getting closer and closer by the second. I mean, these guys are really becoming best friends with dudes they didn't really necessarily talk to coming to the trip, and it's just been an absolutely amazing experience for our program.
So you have a couple of more games left. How about the JV team? How have they been doing?
It's a little bit of unfortunate. That's the one downside right now, because we've had some weather. Yesterday we had some air raids go off and tornado touchdown a little bit away from where we're at. So with that came a lot of rain. So what happens is all these teams, there's a lot of turf facilities throughout the section of Missouri we're in, and turf fields, beautiful facilities. And when that happens, they kind of cancel the JV as the first one to get the axe, and then the varsity teams all condense onto these turf facilities, and that's what we've seen happen a couple days so far. So it's a little bit unfortunate that our JV hasn't had any action yet, but we're hoping to get at least some innings for our our varsity reserve guys, and then hopeful to play a full varsity reserve game tomorrow.
Well, unfortunately, spring break will be ending. You'll have to come on home. When's the team heading back to Richland Center?
Yeah, we're going to get out of here Saturday morning as soon as we get our trailer packed up and ready to rock and roll, and probably have a departure time out of Columbia around 9 a.m. We'll stop and get some lunch, probably somewhere in Iowa City on the way back, and typically that's about the halfway point. And so we'll probably be in Saturday evening around 6, 7 o'clock.
Oh, awesome. So you get a couple of games yet this week, and I'm guessing the guys are trying to soak up every moment they can, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. We, like I said, the coaches have been accommodating to us. We're actually slated to play two varsity games tonight, just to make up for some innings that we lost the other night. So we're excited about that, and then we've got two varsity reserve games scheduled as well. So still a lot of baseball to be played. We're just hoping the weather holds, anticipating some rain coming in the area. So fingers crossed we'll get these games in and come back on Saturday with a lot of innings under our belt.
Are there a lot of teams from other parts of the country there this week as well, Ryan?
No, we haven't seen anyone. It's funny. Everyone seems to go south. John Bosworth's down here on the trip with us, and he made a comment yesterday. Some of the teams here, one of them went to Alabama on their spring break. Another one went to Florida. And Mr. Bosworth joked, he said, "Where do the Florida teams go? Cuba?" So it seems like everyone's going south. But, we've only seen teams from Missouri down here.
Awesome. Anything else you'd like to add here to the folks back home, Ryan?
No, hopefully everyone's staying warm, and we hope that the community comes out. Our first home game is Thursday, April 10th versus Austin. Then we start conference play on the 11th, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. We've seen a lot of velocity. I anticipate our offense just kind of explode once we get back to Wisconsin. So we're in a good spot, and we're excited to get home and start Wisconsin baseball play.
Awesome. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see you because we'll see you next week as well. Sometimes the defense is ahead of the offense early on in the season. It'll be interesting to see how the Hornets respond next week then. Yeah,
exactly. Again, I believe this trip and playing this tough competition is just going to pay dividends. Our guys are in great spirits. They're understanding the process. They really soaked up the words of head coach at Mizzou yesterday and are really putting it into action. So we're excited to get back. We're excited to roll with the season.
All right. Safe travels to you.
Thanks, Phil.
You bet. That's co-principal, head baseball coach Ryan Lemke of the Richland Center Hornets here on today's morning show.